Welcome back to Million Mile Microscope, your channel for deep dives into the most fascinating events shaping our world. Today, we explore how America became the world's leading superpower. From its humble beginnings to its current status, the story of the United States is a complex tapestry woven with revolution, expansion, innovation, and global conflict. We'll examine the pivotal moments and underlying factors that catapulted America to its superpower status. Understanding history isn't just about memorizing dates, it's about deciphering the forces that shape our present and future. So, buckle up as we embark on this illuminating journey. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for future explorations. Our story begins in the 18th century, with 13 British colonies clinging to the eastern edge of North America. Fueled by Enlightenment ideals and a desire for self-governance, these colonies ignited a revolution against the mighty British Empire, culminating in the birth of the United States. This audacious experiment in democracy, enshrined in the Constitution, laid the foundation for a nation that would defy expectations and reshape the global order. The Founding Fathers, driven by principles of liberty and free markets, crafted a system that fostered innovation and attracted waves of immigrants. The fledgling nation faced immense challenges: internal divisions, territorial disputes, and a struggle to assert its place on the world stage. The expansion westward, fueled by manifest destiny, brought progress and conflict, displacing Native American populations and casting a shadow over the nation's conscience. The vast natural resources, coupled with a spirit of entrepreneurship, fueled an industrial revolution that transformed the nation. The 19th century witnessed America's dramatic growth, its population exploding as immigrants flocked to its shores. This period of rapid expansion and industrialization laid the groundwork for America's emergence as a major player on the world stage, setting the stage for its eventual ascent to superpower status. The year is 1776. A group of men, driven by the idea that governments derive their powers from the consent of the governed, signed the Declaration of Independence. This act of defiance against the British Empire marked the birth of the United States and inspired other nations to rise against colonial rule. The American Revolution was about establishing a new form of government based on liberty, equality, and self-determination. The Founding Fathers, inspired by Enlightenment thinkers, crafted a constitution that established a system of checks and balances. This revolutionary document, ratified in 1788, enshrined individual rights and limited government, becoming a beacon of hope for those yearning for freedom. The newly formed United States, with its innovative system of governance, stood in stark contrast to the monarchies and empires of the time. The American experiment represented a radical departure from the established world order, challenging the notion of power and legitimacy. The 19th century witnessed America's transformation from an agrarian society to an industrial powerhouse. Fueled by natural resources, immigration, and innovation, the United States underwent an industrial revolution. The discovery of coal, iron ore, and oil provided the raw materials needed for industrial growth. Immigrants fleeing poverty and persecution provided a labor force eager to build new lives. Inventors like Alexander Graham Bell and Thomas Edison revolutionized communication and energy, propelling the nation into the modern era. Railroads connected raw materials to factories and goods to consumers, transforming cities into centers of industry and commerce. This period of rapid industrialization created vast wealth but also exacerbated economic inequality. The rise of big business and industrial tycoons raised concerns about monopolies and power concentration. Despite challenges, the Industrial Revolution propelled the United States to the forefront of the global economy. By the dawn of the 20th century, America had become a major industrial power, setting the stage for its rise to global dominance. The year 1917 marked a turning point in American history, as the United States entered World War I. The sinking of the Lusitania and the Zimmermann telegram pushed the nation towards war. America's entry tipped the balance of power in favor of the Allies. The arrival of fresh American troops and industrial might proved crucial in securing victory. World War I marked America's coming of age as a global military power. The conflict forced the nation to mobilize its industrial base, transforming it into an arsenal of democracy. The war tested the American fighting spirit, as soldiers demonstrated bravery and resilience. While the human cost was devastating, the conflict ushered in a new era for the United States. The nation emerged as a major player on the world stage, its military might and economic power undeniable. the seeds of America's future role as a global leader had been sown. The flames of war erupted again in 1939, engulfing Europe and Asia. The United States was drawn into the conflict following the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941. The attack galvanized the nation and propelled the United States into World War II. America mobilized its industrial capacity to produce weapons and supplies for itself and its allies. American soldiers played a pivotal role in defeating the Axis powers. The war effort transformed American society, as women and minorities filled vital roles. World War II marked a watershed moment, with the United States emerging as a global superpower. The nation was poised to shape the post-war world. The aftermath of World War II left a void in global leadership, which the United States was uniquely positioned to fill. The war-ravaged economies of Europe and Asia looked to the United States for assistance. The threat of Soviet expansionism cast a long shadow over the post-war world. The United States, under President Truman, embraced its role as a global superpower. The Marshall Plan rebuilt Europe, and NATO contained Soviet expansionism. The Cold War defined international relations for the next 4 decades. The United States exerted its influence globally, promoting democracy and free trade. American culture spread worldwide, shaping global tastes and aspirations. The dollar became the world's reserve currency, cementing America's economic dominance. By the late 20th century, the United States stood as the world's sole superpower. A world divided, the Cold War and the battle for global supremacy. The Cold War emerged from the ashes of World War II, a clash of ideologies defining the latter half of the 20th century. The United States championed democracy and capitalism, while the Soviet Union promoted communism. This rivalry played out globally, from Berlin to Vietnam. Proxy wars erupted as the superpowers vied for influence. The threat of nuclear annihilation hung over the world. The Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962 brought the world to the brink of nuclear war. Despite the threat, the Cold War fostered technological advancement. The space race led to remarkable achievements, including the Apollo moon landing. Espionage and covert operations shaped the course of events. The unipolar moment. The collapse of the Soviet Union and America's sole superpower status. The year 1989 marked a pivotal turning point, with the Berlin Wall crumbling. The collapse of the Berlin Wall signaled the beginning of the end for the Soviet Union. Internal pressures and reforms hastened the Soviet Union's demise. In 1991, the Soviet Empire dissolved, ending the Cold War. The United States emerged as the world's sole superpower. This unipolar moment presented both opportunities and challenges. The United States could now promote its interests and values globally. The Gulf War of 1991 demonstrated America's willingness to shape the post-Cold War order. However, new challenges arose, including the rise of China and the resurgence of Russia. Navigating a multipolar world, America's evolving role in the 21st century. The unipolar moment faded, giving way to a more multipolar world. The United States faced growing challenges to its global leadership. The rise of China as an economic and military power presented a significant challenge. China's Belt and Road Initiative signaled its ambition to reshape the global economic order. The resurgence of Russia under Putin posed another challenge to the US-led world order. The threat of terrorism continued to cast a long shadow over global affairs. The United States found its global influence waning. The wars in Afghanistan and Iraq proved costly and inconclusive. The United States must adapt its strategies to navigate this complex landscape. Challenges and opportunities, America's future in a changing world. The United States faces a world in flux, grappling with complex challenges. The global balance of power is shifting, and new threats are emerging. The rise of China, the resurgence of Russia, and the threat of climate change present formidable challenges. The United States must adapt its strategies and reassert its commitment to global leadership. Investing in education, innovation, and infrastructure is crucial for maintaining competitiveness. Embracing multilateralism and working with allies will be essential for shaping a stable world. The future of American power depends on its ability to adapt, innovate, and inspire. The future of superpower, a conversation starter. We come to the end of our journey, exploring America's rise to superpower status. From its humble beginnings to its current position, the story of the United States is a testament to human ambition and innovation. The path to superpowerdom is rarely linear, often paved with progress and setbacks. As the world evolves, the question remains, what does the future hold for America's role on the world stage? We hope this exploration has sparked your curiosity. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue the conversation. Until next time, keep exploring and seeking a deeper understanding of the world around us.